students, this is Naveen Mishra, your physics teacher, and today we are going to start our topic internal resistance, EMF and terminal potential. Students, after this we will discuss the most important topic, combinations of cell, that is series and parallel combination. Then first we are going to start the internal resistance. Students, you all very well know about a cell. A cell has mainly two parts. Number one is electrodes, means anode and cathode, and number two is electrolyte. Each and every cell consists of these two things, in anode and cathode, and second one is electrolyte. Students, the topic is internal resistance. The internal resistance, as the name, internal resistance. Here we are going to discuss about that resistance which exists inside the cell. Here we are going to discuss about that resistance which exists inside the cell. And this cell resistance is called internal resistance. Students, we all know very well that resistance is the obstruction in the flow of charge. Whenever there is a flow of charge, there will exist a resistance. In the same way, when we draw current from a cell or battery, suppose we are drawing current from this cell using a bulb, then what happens? The direction of flow of current is from positive to negative terminal, and inside the cell the current flows from negative to positive terminal. Then students, there is a flow of current outside and as well as inside. Due to the flow of current inside the cell, there exists a resistance, because inside the cell there is a flow of charge. Charges flow inside the cell also, and these charges are ions of electrolyte. Suppose that we are using the ions of electrolyte HCl, then H plus and Cl minus. Two types of ions will be there which will flow, or you can say there will be the exchange of ions between these two electrodes, and due to this exchange of ions there will exist a resistance, because we know very well that when charges flow, then they collide with each other and with atoms molecule, and due to that there exists a resistance. And similarly here, when the charges of hydrogen and chlorine will flow inside the cell, then they will collide with each other, with atoms molecule, and there exists a resistance. Here resistance exists due to the two causes. Number one is the charges of electrolytes, and number two is due to the electrodes, because electrodes are also metal and metals have resistance. Then students, what is the internal resistance? Then you will say internal resistance is the resistance which exists inside the cell. And what is the cause of that resistance? The cause of that resistance is the flow of charges of electrolytes and electrodes. Then in this chapter we will represent the cell from this symbol. Till the class 10th we use this symbol to represent a cell. This is anode and this is cathode. But now to represent this internal resistance, we will insert here a small resistance, and this small resistance is called internal resistance. Then students, this is all about internal resistance. Now we will discuss the factors affecting the internal resistance. What are the factors on which internal resistance of a cell depends? Or you can say, what are the factors due to the internal resistance of a cell increases or decreases? Then there are main three factors. Students, number one is concentration of electrolyte. Higher the concentration of electrolyte, higher will be the internal resistance, because as we use the concentration of high concentration electrolyte, then there will be the more amount of ions, and due to the excess amount of ions there will be the more resistance. Second one is internal resistance is directly proportional to the separation between electrodes. If you will increase the separation between electrodes, then internal resistance will increase. If you decrease the separation between the electrodes, internal resistance will decrease. Then I have discussed two factors. Number one is concentration of electrolyte, and number two is, students, separation between the electrodes. Number three is the area of electrodes. You can observe in the battery of inverter or any type of battery, there are electrodes in the form of plates, because to increase the area we use them in the form of plates. Then here the internal resistance is inversely proportional to the area of plate. More area of the plate, or you can say more area of the electrodes, lesser with the internal resistance. Now students, we are going to discuss about the EMF, electromotive force. Students, every cell has its own EMF, and electromotive force is not any type of force. Actually, electromotive force is the potential difference between the terminals of the cell when no current is drawn. If you draw no current, if you don't draw any type of current, or you can say if cell is in open circuit, then the potential difference occur across this terminals is known as EMF or electromotive force. Students, consider what happens if you draw current from the cell. Suppose you are going to draw current from the cell using any type of resistance, any type of bulb. Then what happens? Then there is a flow of current from positive to negative terminal, and inside the cell the current flow from negative to positive terminal. Students, there is difference between these two circuits, two diagrams. When you draw current from the cell, then there will be an internal resistance. When you draw current from the cell, then there will be an internal resistance, because internal resistance exists only when you draw the current or there is a flow of current. If there is no flow of current, there will be no internal resistance. It means, students, if you draw current, then there will be the internal resistance. If you draw any type of, if you don't draw current, if you are not drawing any type of current, then there will be no internal resistance. What happens? Suppose that internal resistance is small r. Then according to the Ohm's law, here potential drop is equal to V is equal to IR. Suppose there is a current I in this circuit, then according to the Ohm's law, due to this internal resistance, there will be a potential difference of IR. And in this case, when the cell is in open circuit, or you can say we are not drawing any type of current, then in this circuit there will be no internal resistance. There will be no internal resistance. Then there will be no any type of internal potential drop. But in the second circuit, you can see there is a drop of potential, and some amount of potential drop will take place inside the cell. For example, suppose the EMF of the cell is 12 volt, and when you will draw some current, then due to this current there will be internal resistance, and let this internal resistance drops a voltage of 2 volt. Then what happens in second case? There is a loss of 2 volt inside the cell. Then how much voltage will appear here? That is only 10 volt, because the actual strength of the cell is 12 volt, and after this loss of 2 volt due to the internal resistance, there will be only 10 volt at the terminals. Then there are two words, EMF. EMF is the actual strength of the cell, actual potential difference of the cell when you not draw any type of current, or you can say when cell is in open circuit, there will be no flow of current inside the cell, and there will be no loss of any potential difference, and then the voltage appear at the terminal of cell is known as the EMF. But if we draw the current, then due to this internal resistance there is a potential drop, and this potential drop reduces the actual potential difference of the cell by that amount, and the remaining amount appears at the terminal. Then here, if the E is the EMF of cell, then at the open circuit net potential difference is E. But if R is the internal resistance, then the losses is IR. This amount of potential is drop inside. Then how much amount will remain here? This remaining amount will be V is equal to, actual amount was E, and then remaining amount is V is equal to E minus IR. And this V is the terminal potential difference. Then we always disclude, or you can say we always reduce this amount of potential difference which lost inside. Then students, what is the EMF? EMF is the potential difference across the terminals of cell when no current is drawn from the cell, and in this case there will be no potential drop inside the cell because there is no internal resistance. No current flow, no internal resistance. But when there is a flow of current inside the cell, then there exists the internal resistance, and this loses the potential. And after loss of this potential, the remaining amount appears, and this remaining amount is V is equal to E minus IR, and this V is the terminal potential. In case of charging, suppose this is the process of discharging. In the case of charging, you will use the formula V is equal to E plus IR. In the case of charging, I am writing here, we will use the formula V is equal to E plus IR. And students, in this video, we discussed about three things. Number one, internal resistance. Number two is EMF, electromotive force. And number three is terminal potential. These 3 points are very important to discuss our next topic, and that is combinations of cell in series and parallel. Thank you.